Dad disinherits me after 10 years of hard work for the family business. As a 42-year-old man, I've suddenly found myself in the middle of intense family drama that's shaken my faith and trust and loyalty within my family. My dad, a 64-year-old heavy diesel mechanic who has been both a mentor and business partner to me for more than 10 years, recently revealed something that completely turned my world upside down. To give you a bit of background, he has operated a small mechanic workshop for his entire career. Ever since I was a kid, I've been fascinated by my dad's work and would always lend a hand in his workshop on weekends. This interest led me to pursue a degree in automobile engineering so I could officially join my dad in his business. Since the age of 23, I've been working alongside my dad as a mechanic, gradually taking on more responsibilities, and eventually taking over the management of his workshop. When I first joined the workshop, my dad had just 2 part-time mechanics in a single car. Leveraging my education and experience, I implemented various new strategies, leading to significant growth. Over the last decade, we've expanded to over 35 employees and a fleet of 15 cars. In terms of financial growth, we've skyrocketed from an annual revenue of $250,000 to nearly $7 million this financial year. My dad's role has primarily remained in the workshop while I've taken on a more office-centric managerial position. Over the last decade, I've poured my heart and soul into transforming our family business, building it from scratch. The countless hours of hard work, the challenges I've faced, and the sacrifices I've made weren't just for my personal gain. They were driven by the belief that one day, I would inherit and continue to nurture this business. It became more than just a job to me. It was my passion, my responsibility. I've navigated through tough times, braved through various storms, and rejoiced in our successes, all with a steadfast dedication. My older brother, Michael, who's 48, took a different path in life. He went to university and then carved out a career as an accountant in the city. Unlike me, he never showed any interest in our dad's mechanic business. In fact, growing up, he had a strong disdain for it. He was embarrassed that our dad was a mechanic and would often refuse to even acknowledge it in front of our friends. When I was helping out our dad in the workshop, Michael would get angry with me, insisting that such work was beneath us. Despite my growing passion for automobiles and my decision to pursue a degree in that field, Michael consistently tried to discourage me. He would tell me that my degree in automobile engineering was a dead end and that I should aim for a more prestigious career. Interestingly, despite his clear embarrassment over our dad's profession, my dad always saw Michael as his golden child. This favoritism remained apparent even though Michael had little to no interest in the family business and the work our father did. There was a time when things weren't like this. My dad used to show equal affection to both of us. However, everything changed when Michael was 15. He contracted pneumonia and became bedridden, causing a great deal of worry for our family. The doctors expressed serious concerns about his health, even warning us that he might be at risk of dying. It was an incredibly difficult period for all of us. I vividly recall the fear and anxiety I felt about the possibility of losing Michael during his entire hospital stay. It was a defining moment that seemed to shift the dynamics in our family. Michael always wanted our dad above anyone else. He used to ask for our dad all the time. My dad spent countless nights in the hospital, which meant they bonded a lot eventually. Michael recovered, and things went back to normal. Yet my dad continued to favor Michael over the years. Even when Michael would grow up to hate our dad's profession, Dad didn't mind and favored him regardless. As I got older, I obviously noticed this favoritism and was understandably hurt that our father always favored Michael. For example, once my school had an award ceremony where I was going to be presented an award, I was extremely proud that I won the award and told my parents about it. My mother hugged me while my dad smiled warmly, congratulating me. I informed my parents that the school had invited them to attend our award ceremony. I was aware that my mother might not be able to make it given her demanding job with long night shifts at the hospital, which left her exhausted during the day. So with a sense of expectation, I turned to my dad, hoping he would confirm his attendance. He looked back at me with a hint of hesitation, his eyes shifting towards my mother. She then turned to him, asking if he could make it to the ceremony to be there for me. My dad then cleared his throat and said that he had plans to play basketball with Michael. My mother looked at him angrily and told him that playing basketball with Michael wasn't important, and he could take Michael with him to attend my award ceremony instead. My dad nodded begrudgingly in agreement. The night before the event, my mother reminded my dad during dinner to make sure he showed up at my award ceremony. Michael, who was sitting at the dinner table, asked my dad if he was canceling on him for that basketball practice. My dad explained to him that they could always play basketball the next week.